Toddlers don't misbehave, they communicate. The tantrums, the hitting, the refusal to eat, the meltdown over a sock with a wrinkle, every single one of these has a meaning. And when you understand the meaning, you stop reacting to the surface and start responding to what's actually happening underneath. Here is every major toddler behavior and what it actually means in 7 minutes. Before we start, if you're raising a toddler and wondering how screens are affecting the behaviors we're about to cover, I wrote an ebook called Unplug My Child that connects those dots with a practical plan. Link is in the description. Now, let's talk about your toddler. Behavior 1. Tantrums. A tantrum is not manipulation. The toddler's prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for regulating emotion, is not yet developed. When a big feeling arrives, the brain has no infrastructure to manage it. The tantrum is the managing. It's an emergency pressure release from a system that isn't built yet. What it means, I am holding something bigger than I can carry, and I have no tools yet. Your job in that moment isn't to stop the tantrum, it's to stay regulated yourself, because your nervous system becomes the external regulation system their brain hasn't built. Behavior 2. Hitting and biting. Toddlers are pre-verbal creatures living in a fully emotional world. When words aren't available, and for most toddlers they frequently aren't, the body fills in. Hitting, biting, throwing, these are almost always frustration, overwhelm, or a need for space that the child cannot name. What it means, I have a feeling I can't describe, and no other way to express it right now. The response isn't punishment, it's language building. Give them the word their brain doesn't have, name the feeling out loud, and watch the behavior start to shift. Behavior 3. Saying no to everything. Between 18 months and 3 years, toddlers are in their first great developmental push for autonomy. They are discovering for the first time that they are a separate person from their caregiver with their own will. Saying no is how they practice that discovery. It's not defiance, it's developmental. What it means, I exist independently, and I need to test that constantly. The way through it is offering choices within your boundaries, not battles of will you were never going to win anyway. Behavior 4. Separation anxiety. A toddler who cries when you leave the room, clings to your leg at nursery drop-off, or can't let you out of sight is not spoiled. They have just achieved object permanence, the cognitive understanding that things and people exist even when they can't be seen. That is a developmental milestone. The anxiety that follows is the natural neurological response to understanding absence for the first time. What it means, I know you exist when you're gone, and that terrifies me because I need you. The attachment behavior is healthy, the distress is temporary, the milestone is real. Behavior 5. Refusing to eat. Toddler food refusal is one of the most stressful behaviors for parents and one of the most misunderstood. Two things are happening simultaneously. First, an evolutionary mechanism. Toddlers are hardwired to be suspicious of unfamiliar foods, a survival instinct from when unknown plants could be poisonous. Second, autonomy. Food is one of the very few things a toddler has complete control over, and they know it. Pressuring reliably backfires. Repeated, low-pressure exposure without force is what the research consistently supports. Honestly, the less it becomes a battle, the faster the battle ends. Behavior 6. Whining. Whining is almost always a communication gap. The toddler has a need or feeling they can't express clearly, and the voice shifts into the frequency that almost guarantees a parental response. It works, which is why it continues. What it means, I need something and I don't have the words yet. The long-term solution is vocabulary building and emotional coaching. In the short term, acknowledging the feeling before addressing the request, I can hear you're frustrated, removes the urgency faster than ignoring it does. Behavior 7. Bolting in public. A toddler who runs in a car park is not being reckless. Their brain's impulse control system is not yet online. A stimulus appears, a bird, another child, a bright display, and the body moves before any rational process can intercede. The gap between impulse and action is neurologically non-existent at this stage. What it means, my brain cannot pause between wanting and doing.
This is not a discipline issue, it's a neurology issue. Physical safety measures are the answer. Expecting impulse control before the brain can produce it is expecting a plant to grow before it's been watered. Behavior 8. Meltdowns over nothing. The cup was the wrong color. The sandwich was cut in triangles. The sock has a wrinkle. These collapses look absurd from the outside. From inside the toddler's brain, they make complete sense. Toddlers live in a world where almost everything is controlled by someone else. The rare moments they have control, which cup, which order things happen in, are genuinely important to them. When that control is violated unexpectedly, the response is grief-level distress. What it means, this wasn't about the sock, it was about the one thing I thought I had. Understanding this doesn't make the meltdown easier, but it makes you less likely to make it worse. Behavior 9. Obsessive repetition. Same episode 47 times. Same book every single night. Same game, same way, no variation allowed. This looks like a quirk. It's actually the mechanism of learning. Every time a toddler encounters the same sequence, their brain deepens and reinforces the neural pathway it's building. Repetition is how this brain consolidates information. It is also comfort. The familiar is safe in a world that is enormous and unpredictable. What it means, I am learning this and I'm not done yet. Let them finish. Behavior 10. Screen removal meltdowns. This one deserves its own entry because it's different from a standard tantrum. The meltdown that happens specifically when a screen is taken away or a video ends without warning is dopamine withdrawal processed through a toddler's nervous system. What it means, my brain has learned to expect a stimulation level the real world isn't matching right now, and the gap is overwhelming me. If these meltdowns are frequent or disproportionately intense, the screen relationship needs recalibrating. The longer it's left, the harder the recalibration gets. Every tantrum, every no, every meltdown over a sock, there's a reason behind it, and now you have the language to understand it. If you want to go deeper, especially on screens and what they're doing to the behaviors we just covered, Unplug My Child is in the description. That's where the practical steps live. And if this channel is helping you show up better for your child, subscribe. Every week, one video. Child development explained simply. No overwhelm. I'll see you in the next one.